Hello everyone, I'm Alex Jennings and I have terminated my 2-year graduate training program at High Top Retail in London and then moved to Leeds in another branch to help the customer contact center. Today I will be looking at leadership and my action plan to solve the issues raised.
So, leadership has many definitions and personal interpretations, but according to Gallagher 1997, leadership is the process of influencing others to work willingly and to the best of their capabilities towards the goals of the leader. I found this definition the best fit because for me leadership is an art and a way of behaving. It is an art because everybody is inspired for a greater cause through the art of influencing and persuading. The leader is able to have followers that will be willing, with their expertise and skills, to accomplish the leader's goals with passion and devotion. Leaders strive to improve themselves, no excuses, and keep looking forward when others won't. They can see and seek opportunities even in what others might not.
Looking at the leaders during the Industrial Revolution, the perception of a leader toward the employee changed exponentially. Now we have more freedom of speech and people have now the presumption to behave independently while working for or with other people. Reciprocating respect, loyalty and integrity in a business is important, and studies have shown that looking back at the Industrial Revolution, that the relationship between the employee and the leader was cold, detached, and that the leaders were authoritarian and oppressive. The past leaders' behaviors was also dictated by the fact that they were coming from a wealthy family where the employee is not, and so they covered themselves with legitimate and coercive power, which means that they had the right to do something and the ability to punish. So some other types of power is reward power, whereby giving a reward makes a situation better. Then we have referent power, is when influence comes based on the individual attraction, which means that an individual does something for you because you said something that had inspired them. And then we have expert power, when you do something or influence because you have the expertise and knowledge, so they will listen to you. Power is one of the traits that all leaders have, and others are a goal, followers, a situation, and responsibility. But a leader need also to have personal experience, training, motivation, personality and skills, which include visionary skill, communication skills, sensitivity skills and self-awareness skills, or it will fail in the workplace. There are also some perceptions that change over the years, considering that all leadership roles were taught for men and that leaders are born, not made, like Vince Lombardi said. But with time, people came with the conclusion that Lombardi's statement was a false dichotomy, because leaders are neither born nor made, leaders choose to be leaders. Now that we have introduced leadership, we are going to look at leadership styles, which are commanding, visionary, affiliative, democratic, peace-setting, and coaching. From my personal experience given by the workplaces that I've been working in, an affiliative and coaching leadership style has always brought an unmotivated and unskilled team to its potential. Communication, self-awareness and teamwork were the key to improve the whole team and reach the goal that the leader had to achieve with the whole team. So what leadership style will I adopt and why? So looking at the issue that High Top Retail is facing, I will be using a coaching and affiliative leadership style because the issue that the company has is that the customer complaints team and the team leaders lack in motivation but they are skilled, while the general inquiries team are unskilled but they have a good attitude. The main move is to improve morale and improve the skills of the team at the same time. By coaching, I will help identify and improve the team's strengths and lessen their weakness. And at the same time, I will improve bonds within the team and create harmony with the skilled but unmotivated team with the affiliative leadership style. The reason why I will apply both theories at the same time is because it appears that there are 3 separate groups where 2 of them has the same issue, which is motivation. I will use affiliative leadership style with the customer complaints team and the team leaders, while I will use coaching leadership style when I will be with the inquirers team. I will base myself into having a transformational style of leadership, since I will transact my leader's behavior on a day-to-day basis with different needs of the team as it creates vision while it mobilizes the commitment to it, persuade and inspire the followers to work hard and achieve goals so the accomplishments are beyond the self-interest. Transactional leadership wouldn't be appropriate to this kind of situation since relationship between the leader and the follower is based on exchange, so it is better for a short-term practical approach which should be based on mutual self-interest and accompliance. I haven't considered the other leadership style because commanding demands immediate compliance, it creates low morale and is considered threatening because there's a tight control of the employees and so they will be taken aback and lessen their talent in the task because they're not feeling at ease. The visionary style is a positive style of leadership but is not needed in this case as is used when there's a radical change to be made. Democratic style, it values inputs and get commitment through participation but is not needed for high tops retail as the inputs is not mostly given. And finally, a peace-setting approach needs a motivated team to accomplish all the high-quality achievements that needs to be met, so it's not appropriate to use for the company at the moment. How will I improve staff morale and motivation? So firstly, we need to understand that there is no leader without followers, and for having followers you need to listen to them, understanding their needs and desire to have full loyalty and respect. In my opinion, when employees feel and see that they are treated with respect, they are already 50% your followers. The other 50% is understanding what their needs and desires are. The causes of lack morale are possibilities of no growth in the business, no clarity, leadership changes or problems, or the company itself. There are many ways to boost the employees' morale in a workplace, and high top retail could use some at its advantage. What I will do is communicate often, in the workplace especially, asking the employees how they are feeling about the job, manager or coworker, how they are facing any challenges and if I can help, and overall if they are happy and in case how can I help. Then we have employee recognition, celebrate new hires, personal milestone like anniversaries, create an employee spotlight and allow the staff to nominate awards. Rewards like pay, bonuses, benefits, pension, holidays, work environment and having a work-life balance will help. Then we have employee feedback. When the employees understand that you are listening to them and not only by making an eye contact or repeating what they said, but actually being humble and search the best idea possible to solve a certain situation, will have a positive impact on the employee. Then we have surveys or having an office flowchart to suggest to support any ideas or take time to have a one-to-one setting if the team doesn't have any issues with that, or use an app like Connect Team to get also anonymous feedback will help. Training can also enhance the morale on the job and loyalty to the company. The way to apply it is to make sure that the team stays motivated in the learning process, and the way to do that is to make training a business priority, making it also practicable and job relevant. Another way to apply is to use gamification strategies and involve it in learning process while giving feedback and quick wins. Then we have team building activities. That is an ongoing process that influences groups to transform faster and stronger teams, and these games enhance the team effectiveness because the participants will bond and accept other differences. At the same time, soft skills like leadership, collaboration, communication and problem solving can be improved without realizing it. These activities can be integrated into regular team meetings. By determining the areas that need improvement, I can organize these activities as high top retail lacking communication, collaboration, trust and self-awareness and knowledge. Analyzing the team in that way, I could improve the team's motivation with Adam's equity theory, which believes that the motivation of the team is based on balance of inputs like effort, loyalty, hard work, commitment, and outputs, financial reward, recognition, reputation, responsibility. By balancing out the inputs and the outputs, we can expect a positive outcome for the employee because they perceive that their treatment is fair. What will my first act as the new leader will be and why? According to Mayo's motivation theory, motivation is based on two factors: job content, the tasks that make up the work, and social relations, how the employee gets along and interact with their colleagues. So my first act as a leader will be to get to know the team, explaining them my intention and my action plan to solve the issue raised, creating a good and trustworthy relationship. I then will schedule meetings that will take place twice a month with the team building activities, and every week I will use paid hour training to develop the lack of skills of the general inquiries team. To not create malcontent, I will talk to them and I will make them vote on the best day and hour to do so. Secondly, I will suggest them to download an app called Connect Team, where leaders can interact with the employees, track their successes and reward them by commenting on something that they have done that day or that week, because it can help on boosting the motivation of the employees because acknowledgement of their hard work is met. And it will also be given a paid one-to-one session where an employee can book a slot to talk with the leader. Thanks to these small improvements, alongside with an office flow chart that will be monitored daily, the leaders will be actively observing the team and create a tight and harmonious relationship. But how will I solve potential resistance? I am aware that there are many forms of resistance that can occur because people don't like changes as they need to adapt quickly. But by seeking communication, make my plans clear, keeping them engaged, seeking feedback from them and keeping them involved, I can reduce the potential resistance. Some other steps are to make resistance a subject of discussion, asking what the objections are and take them seriously in order to classify the option. What will work well will also be involving a team member to do it as well, to sketch the consequences when choosing not to intervene on a problem. Room expectancy theory realized that an employee's performance is based on individuals' factors like personality, skills, knowledge, experience and abilities, and that they also have some different goals that they can be motivated if they believe that there is a positive correlation between efforts and performance. Favorable performance will result in a desirable reward, and the reward will satisfy an important need, where the desire to satisfy the need is strong enough to make the effort. To conclude, I firmly believe that with my intervention, I will be able to improve high top retail conditions.